Hi, my name is Nia Carol Parker, and I want to start off by saying that answering the question of what accomplishment I am most proud of was difficult for me because I feel like there are so many events in my life that I am proud of and that have shaped me to be the person that I am today. But I will say that I believe this event in particular was an event that displayed my resilience and mental strength. I am confident that these traits will help me persevere through law school as well. Arriving at the UMBC meet, I was excited, nervous, but extremely confident in my abilities since I had been putting in the work and practice for the past 5 months in preparation. While I had wished that I was at the Junior Olympics meet in Pittsburgh with my other teammates, I had made the decision that I'd show up in my races as if I was there. I suffered from performance anxiety since I was younger, but it had gotten worse the older I got, and when I had reached a higher level of swim competition. But knowing that I had been putting in the work at practice every day helped me to feel less anxiety before the meet. As I was putting on my skin-tight, knee-length fast-skin suit, getting ready for warm-ups, I heard a tear sound. My brand new suit I just got just ripped along the seams near my left thigh. The level of anxiety, doubt, and panic that I hadn't experienced in months rushed in. I'm starting to work myself up to have a breakdown, and I go up to my parents and tell them, and they don't entertain it because they know that I have anxiety, so they tell me everything's going to work out and they're going to figure out a way to get me a new suit. And they told me to do my warm-ups. So I finished my warm-ups and got some feedback from my coach, and then I sat in my ripped suit underneath my team's tent. My first race was slowly approaching, and I was nervous because this was my first race of the meet and my suit was ripped, but I had faith in my abilities. While my parents were still trying to find me a new tech suit, I was getting my mind into meet mode because I knew having any other mindset but one of confidence would be my downfall in my race. Before the race, I physically warmed myself up by shaking my arms and legs, jumping up and down, and taking a couple practice strokes. For each stroke, I'd be swimming in the event. My turn came, and I adjusted my cap and goggles to make sure they were on tight. I got up on the blocks, I curled my right toe and both hands around the front of the block, and immediately drove off when the whistle sounded. Now, what happened after I dove in was a blur, but I know that I went out the fastest I ever went out in the 400 IM, and I pushed myself to a point I'd only reached a few times before. When I touched that wall, I looked around to see I had gotten first, and once I looked at the scoreboard, I realized I had gotten a personal best as well. After exiting the pool out of breath and drained of all of my energy, I saw my parents with a pair of cheerful smiles on their faces. And with little words exchanged, my dad handed me a new tech suit of my size. While I was extremely thankful that I had parents who would work it out regardless of the circumstance, after that performance in the 400 IM, I felt like I could swim in a practice suit and still do good in all my races. Ironically enough, after that first race, I felt little to no anxiety for the remainder of the meet. And after tracking all of my times, the events I won, and the points I earned for each event, I found myself scoring the most points in the meet. I had earned awards here and there at meets, but I had never gotten a high point award in my age group, let alone the entire meet. So this was a huge deal for me. The points I scored wasn't the only huge accomplishment for me, but it was my ability to perform in all of my events like I had when I was younger, when I had little to no fear or pressure on making certain times and just went out there and pushed myself as hard as I could for as long as I could. I have regained the spark and confidence that I always knew I had deep down, but was being hidden because of my anxiety, fear, and the increased pressure I was putting on myself. I would say this is one of my greatest accomplishments and one that I am extremely proud of because I was able to fight through not only the physical aspects during my meet, but was also able to push through some mental obstacles that had been affecting me throughout my swim career. My performance, physically and mentally, during the meet and during my races was a testament to the inner and outer work I had been doing and confirmed the potential everyone else saw in me.